Have you ever caught yourself scrolling through your phone instead of starting a task you know will improve your life? You're not lazy or broken. Procrastination is a coping response that tries to shield you from stress. Today, let's break that cycle with one of the simplest, most powerful tools, Mel Robbins' 5-second rule. Why we procrastinate. Many think procrastination means we lack discipline or a good work ethic. According to Mel Robbins, that's wrong. Procrastination is actually a stress avoidance habit. We dodge tasks because we're trying to avoid the stress or discomfort linked to them. Psychologists note that when we face something uncomfortable, our brains choose short-term mood repair, checking social media or grabbing a snack over long-term goals. This behavior has roots in survival. Our ancestors avoided danger to stay alive. Today's danger might be a difficult email or a workout. Understanding this reframes procrastination as a natural response, not a moral failing. The science behind the 5-second rule. When stressed, the part of the brain that helps us make decisions, the prefrontal cortex, tends to shut down. We default to hesitation and avoidance. Neuroscientist Antonio Damasio's research shows that gut-level emotional decision-making is crucial. Fast instinctive actions like leaping into a lake to save a child come from this part of the brain. The 5-second rule taps into that instinctive system. By counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then moving, you trigger the fast-acting part of your brain and override the slower, rational mind that fuels analysis paralysis. This interruption cuts off procrastination before it has a chance to take hold. How the 5-second rule works. 1. Acknowledge the stress. When you notice yourself hesitating, don't berate yourself. Recognize that you're stressed. This acceptance reduces shame and opens space for change. 2. Count down from 5. Silently count 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then act. This short countdown is critical. It engages metacognition thinking and shifts your brain's focus away from fear. 3. Make a courageous decision. Immediately take a small action in the opposite direction of your stress. Robbins calls this a decision of courage. If you've been avoiding a call, dial the number. If it's a workout, put on your shoes and walk outside. 4. Commit to 5 minutes. After acting, commit to just 5 minutes of the task. You might write a messy first paragraph, clean one drawer, or read one page. 5 minutes reduces overwhelm and often builds momentum. 5. Repeat and reinforce. The 5-second rule is simple, but turning it into a habit takes repetition. Each time you count down and take action, you strengthen neural pathways that make momentum easier next time. Real-world application stories. Morning routines. Instead of hitting snooze, count down from 5 the moment your alarm goes off. Your brain won't have time to argue, and you'll avoid the groggy guilt that follows repeated snoozing. Work and creativity. A writer facing a blank page can use the rule to start typing anything for 5 minutes. Even if the first sentences are messy, you've broken inertia. The act of starting often unlocks flow and makes it easier to continue. Fitness and health. When you feel that urge to skip a workout, count down and immediately lace up your shoes or fill your water bottle. One small action leads to the next, and soon you're out the door. Relationships. If there's a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, take 5 seconds to call or text, "Can we talk?" Starting the dialogue is often the hardest part. These scenarios highlight why the rule resonates with so many. It doesn't require special equipment or training, just a willingness to move before doubt sets in. Tips for building the habit. Identify triggers. Pay attention to moments when you hesitate to check your phone, standing up to speak, or starting homework. Those moments are your cue. Practice in low-stakes situations. Use the rule for small tasks, washing dishes, sending a thank you message, to build confidence. These quick wins train your brain to trust the countdown. Pair with visualization. Before counting down, briefly visualize the positive outcome of taking action, finishing your workout, or feeling relieved after the task. Visualization primes your brain to expect success. Avoid overthinking. The rule only works if you act immediately after counting down. Don't spend the next hour analyzing your decision. Action trumps analysis. Be patient. Breaking procrastination patterns can take time. Celebrate each instance you use the rule, even if the result isn't perfect. Over time, your instinct will shift from delaying to doing. Call to action. Remember, procrastination is your brain's way of managing stress, not a sign of weakness. The 5-second rule offers a simple tool to interrupt that stress response. Count down. Take a small, courageous step and let momentum carry you forward. Whether it's getting out of bed, going for a run, or finally sending that email, you're always just 5 seconds away from action. If you found this helpful, like the video and subscribe to Major Inspirations. Share your experience with the 5-second rule in the comments. Your story might help someone else break free from procrastination.